Happy Easter, happy holidays, everybody. Welcome back. To this music mindfulness session, the Sunday service. I'm Kalani, your host and teacher here. Let me see if I can dial in a good vocal sound. Okay, let's go with that. Today I have two readings for you. Rabbits. And I'm excited about these. So today's theme is Ohana spirit. And those of you who are familiar with Hawaii or Hawaiian language or Hawaiian beingness philosophy might understand Ohana in this way. And I grew up, with a lot of Hawaiian influence. My grandmother was born and raised in Hawaii. She had remarried a full-blooded Hawaiian, Noa Kalama, and they spoke Hawaiian in the house, and they lived very much in Hawaiian style, Hawaiian food, Hawaiian music, Hawaiian culture. In fact, Noa, who was my the only grandfather that I ever knew, not my actual blood relative, but very nice person. Really pure Hawaiian in the sense that he just was just super nice guy, just very ethical and sweet man. He actually brought outrigger canoe racing, the outrigger, canoe, Hawaiian style, Polynesian style canoe, to California and started the first club there in Newport Beach back in the late 60s, early 70s. And eventually they returned to Hawaii and they won the Molokai race, which is the big race in Hawaii. So he's kind of a canoe hero. You could look him up. Noa Kalama, if you're interested in outrigger canoe. But anyway, that aside, Ohana means family in the Hawaiian language, and everything. A lot of the words in Hawaiian language they have more implications, right? So Ohana is not just your family, but it's the family. It means basically everyone. And in Hawaii, and this isn't exclusive to Hawaii. There's a term Ubuntu in the African. I believe it's South African. It might not be South, but anyway, don't quote me on that. But it's the idea that you think of everyone in the community as part of your extended family, as part of your family. So in the Hawaiian culture and others, when you speak to or you approach somebody who is the generation above you, your parents' generation, everybody is auntie or uncle, right? You say uncle, auntie, right? If it's the two generations above you, it's tutu, which means grandma, or I don't know what the grandfather equivalent is, but and then if it's your own generation, it's always cousin or brother or sister, cuz, and that sentiment, that attitude can really be helpful. Not just, with the people you know, but with the people you don't know. And especially, and this relates to kind of a loving kindness meditation practice, especially the people who, cut you off on the road. And so just briefly, I have this concept I call solving for aloha. And it's basically, it's like algebra equation. Remember those quadratic equations? X's and Y's and all that stuff. It seems complicated. But if you take an equation like, oh man, this dude cut me off on the freeway, that whatever names you use to describe them, if you just kind of solve for aloha, meaning, first of all, think of them as, oh, my cousin is on the road and he must be in a hurry and he didn't see me. And that's okay. He's my brother. He's my cousin. I'm going to let him go. I'm just going to assume he needs to be there more than I do. And it's just a reframing, it's reframing. Or if you see somebody, out, you see an older adult and you think, hey, auntie, do you need some help? Or uncle needs help, or, he's having a hard time, but I'm going to extend compassion to him because he's part of the Ohana. He's part of my extended family, my relatives. And it doesn't stop there, but I want to get to one of the readings Actually, let's go straight to one of the Hawaiian readings, and this is from, I love this. It's called A Little Book of Aloha. Can you see that? I don't know who published it. Renetta Provenzano. That doesn't sound Hawaiian. Is the author. So I want to read to you. I'm going to go to the graphic because I might need to put my reading glasses on for this. And it's in Hawaiian. I'm going to give you the Hawaiian, and then I'm going to give you the translation. So the Hawaiian, which is very beautiful, is this. Ike aku, ike mai. Kokua aku, kokua mai. Pela iho la ka nohona ohana. Recognize others. Be recognized. Help others. Be helped. Such is a family relationship. There you go. So the first thing, recognize others. Remember that, because I have another reading from the Radiant Sutras I'm going to get to in a second. Recognize others. Be recognized. So be part of the community. Don't hide. And then help others. Be helped. Let others help you. People like to help each other. So don't deny other people the opportunity to help you if you need it. Such is a family relationship. So my message today, and this is an auspicious day. Many people celebrating the holiday. I mean, for some it's Easter, for some it's Ramadan, for some it's other things. And for some it's every day. But especially today, I just honor that. I just want to mention that it is Easter Day today. And so think about that. Think about not only don't just think about it, but think about how you can show it. How can you demonstrate it in your attitude, but also in your behaviors, in your actions, because that's really, as they say, where the rubber meets the road. So that's the most important thing. All right. Radiant Sutras. I'll show you the cover again. The Radiant Sutras, translations by Lauren Roche. And let's see what this says. This is kind of exciting too. I think I can read this from here. My arm is long enough. All right. It starts off a little strange, but just go with it. All right. Trees have desires. Rocks have knowledge. Jugs are full of emptiness and joy. All embodied ones have this in common. All are propelled by the same one, whose pulse beats in your breast. Shed insularity. Be all-pervasive. Delight in kinship everywhere. Delight in kinship everywhere. And of course, to me, all are propelled by the same one, capital one. To me, that's a reference to what I call spirit, which is the animating force, right? There's stuff. We know there's stuff. There's time or change that happens, and we know that there's energy, that there's this force. That's how I think of the term spirit. It's the animating force. You can think of it other ways. Some people might call that like God energy, or the great universal power, the great spirit, the oneness, etc., etc. The names are not important. The knowingness of the existence, or the feeling of the existence, and it's not something you have to know. It's something that you feel, right? It's pulsating in your breast. That's what it says here, and other places. Okay, so it says a lot of things similar to the Hawaiian axiom or advice we're getting from the Little Book of Aloha. Shed insularity. Don't forget about the idea that you are separate. You're not separate. You are an expression of the universe, and you are like many of the expressions that are happening around. Trees have desires, it says. Be careful when you're hiking. Rocks have knowledge. Old rockers may not have knowledge, but rocks have knowledge. All right, joking aside, my friends, yeah, those are the messages for today. Just, know that you are included. Know that you're equal. You're here. You're not, it's not a matter of more or less. It's just everything's here. It's all part of the same thing. And just, when you go out throughout your days and you feel frustration because things aren't going the way that you planned, just remember, everybody's your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, your and then the little ones are your little cousins or the grandkids. They're all everybody's children. So take care of everyone as much as you can. That's all. That's the message for today. Like always, and I do want to say hi to Mark and Roseanne. Mark and Roseanne, you might be the only ones here right now. But thank you for being here. And as always, if you have any questions about any of the instruments from today's presentation, for the music that I'm playing, how I'm doing it, I always make what I call the breakdown video, and that's posted on Patreon for patrons. So you do need to be a member over there, but you'll get all the explanations, talk about all the instruments and all that stuff over there. And that's another way you can support the Sunday service, which is a community service of Kalani music. All right, we're going to get back to some music, and then we'll all get on with our day. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California. I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are. And if it's not, make it one. And, just be seen, see others, help others, be helped. That's all it is. It's very simple. All right, let's play a little bit. See what we can do here. Thank you. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Have a beautiful day. This has been a Sunday service, Music Mindfulness. What music and the mind of the musician can teach us about our mindfulness practice. I'm Kalani Das. If you like this content, like it, join the channel, give it a subscription, hit the bell if you like, and I'll see you all for more over at patreon.com/Kalani. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Aloha.